Then pick up Timmy. Pick up Timmy. Message from Timmy. Be right there.
Morning.
Head to your drop-off at Brooklyn College.
for you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good one.你是在布鲁克林这边吗？布鲁克林这边几点开门啊？
应该是9点半的，那可能在里面，可能在计费啊什么之类的。你是什么问题？我帮你忙。
对，我要交那个保险啊。
啊，你要怎么样缴法？
支票。
信用卡。
支票。
支票。所以你要带支票过去是吧？
对，你那边几点开门啊？
他9点半应该开的，那你
没有
你家人在哪里啊？
你正常，我还没在那边嘛，我先问一下。
哦，正常是9点半。
正常9点半，好。
那你要不然就10点吧，有些时候路到，有些时候路上塞车什么一大堆。
可以，没问题。
这样。
好。
OK，
拜拜。
谢谢。
拜拜。
拜拜。
Having you guys, my family here, it's what a great morning waking up with you guys on the radio, and then Lisa Lampanelli rolls up. And then I have great tea in the pool naked with my fiance. Garrett, are they still naked swimming together? Yes, sadly, yes. Oh, we're naked in the pool. Oh my God. Daniel, get out. Rubbing up against me, and I did the whole pass tonight. Now, if you want to do Greg, so feel free. I know we have another break coming up, but I just want to say thank you to you guys. We just had the best day today, and we can. Let's not. Yes, we did. We had the best day. Let's not do this more than once a decade.
Come back again.
We have to take a break. Yeah, we love you. My pleasure. Is that Danielle?
Maybe they'll give you a salami sandwich.
I'm not really sure my parents were a fan of me when I was born.
That Gandhi shape looks like the guy from the Chainsaw Massacre.
Starting your day. Elvis Duran in the morning show. Hiring isn't easy, but there is one place you can go where hiring is simple and smart. That place is ZipRecruiter.
Say goodbye to coupons and hello to
businesses
cashback.
Connect to qualified candidates. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/Elvis. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
I know summer is over, but there's still time to get a great deal this fall behind the wheel of a Chevrolet. The Chevy Equinox is a carbonized ride and it has technology to keep you entertained. Available safety features that help you stay on track and performances that make driving fun. We took my Chevy Equinox all over the place this summer and my family and I had a blast. So check out my Tri-State Chevy friends. They have some really great deals going on right now. ChevyOffers.com. You're going to fall in love with a Chevy like I did.
tongue wiping the dust when the bag is done. Of that cheesy, spicy, crispy, crunchy flavor packed bodega snack that rhymes with I need those. Taste it. You don't need to name it.
You got your and free margarita later, maybe. Hey, small business owners. Spectrum Business has just introduced our lowest price ever. For a limited time, your business can get fast internet with speed starting at 200 megabits per second and reliable phone with unlimited long distance for only $64.98 a month. Now, Spectrum Business has the fastest starting speeds for the lowest price. Plus, with Spectrum Business, there are no added phone taxes or hidden fees. That means when we say that your business will get faster internet and phone for just $64.98 a month, that's actually what you'll pay. Call Spectrum Business today at 844-954-0454 to get 200 meg internet plus reliable phone at our lowest price ever. Only $64.98 per month. All with no added phone taxes, no hidden fees, and no contracts either. Plus, if you're stuck in a contract, Spectrum Business will buy you out. Call 844-954-0454 now. Restrictions apply. Call for details.
Don't miss our 2019 Radio Music Festival with 20 artists, 2 nights, 1 stage. Alicia Keys, Backstreet Boys, Camila Cabello, Chester Bennington, French Montana, Halsey, Heart, David Blowfish, Marshmello, Kate Brown, Miley Cyrus, Mumford & Sons, Steve Aoki, Timothy Cross, Zach Brown Band, and more. Watch live Friday, September 20th and Saturday, September 21st, 10 p.m. The CW app and CWTV.com. Get tickets now at iHeartRadio.com/festival.
The iHeartRadio Music Festival is coming, and T-Mobile goes further for music fans by giving customers surprise performances and benefits all year, like reserved tickets to sold-out shows. T-Mobile, official sponsor of the iHeartRadio Music Festival. Call line required. Reserved tickets available for purchase 30 days before event. While supplies last. Or per code. Duncan, traffic.
No problem on the northern state westbound into New Hyde Park Road, exit 26. You got a crash there, and it's busy back from IU Willets. And the northbound Montauk still has a crash by Old Country Road that's been there for a while. Look out for slowdowns back from the southern state. Westbound side of the LIE, especially slow into the northern state. And if you're heading for the George Washington Bridge, that inbound upper deck, it's right around 25 minutes, 20 for the lower level. Lincoln and the Holland at 25 as well. All two-side parking rules are in effect. This report sponsored by Walmart, introducing free next day delivery from Walmart. So when you're in the store and forget what you actually needed, you can still get it the next day. Get your must-have items delivered tomorrow with no membership fees at Walmart.com. Uneligible items only $35 minimum order. Not available on location. Have traffic tip call 212-377-7757. Post 24/7. I'm Bernie by every total traffic on Z100.
Smart car buyers are finding there's a lot of value in a pre-owned vehicle. Really smart ones are finding that vehicle at Paul Miller Certified. For example, if you lose your keys, they'll replace them free of charge. It's part of the Paul Miller difference, where integrity lives. Visit paulmiller.com.
Elvis Duran and the Z100 Morning Show.
This season, you can share a Coke with your team on. The most out of your home. See if you qualify by calling 833-REX-HOME. 833-REX-HOME. That's 833-REX-HOME. The New York license number 10991225737. The 5 top hospitals in the U.S. One's in Minnesota, one's in Boston, one's in Baltimore, one is in Cleveland, and one is right here in New York. New York Presbyterian, ranked one of the top 5 hospitals in the nation by U.S. News and World Report.
We have a little bit of sunshine right now, but don't get used to it. A mostly cloudy days and showers, maybe even a thunderstorm, a high of 79. But then those temperatures start to fall, and we'll see some changes in the azimuth forecast, which is coming up at 9:52. Winds due time 9:48. 2 cases of Legionnaire's disease have turned up in the Bronx.
The health department is now testing the water in the number 20 building of Tracy Towers in the Norwood section. This after 2 residents came down with Legionnaires sometime over the past 12 months.
I'm concerned, but not very much. This is only 2 people over the last 12 months. I mean, it's like maybe what, 1,000 people living here.
Some residents like Adam are taking it in stride. Others like Lami are more worried.
Oh, yeah. Yes, I'm going to string this across the head because I'm scared.
The health department is advising anyone over 50 to take a bath and not shower to avoid producing a mist. Current and winds in the Norwood section of the Bronx.
Wind due time 9:49. Desperate Housewives actress Felicity Huffman is being sentenced tomorrow in that huge college admissions cheating scandal. Prosecutors want her to spend a month in jail and pay a $20,000 fine. Huffman paid $15,000 to have a proctor fix her daughter's answers on the SAT. Huffman, of course, is trying to stay out of jail, arguing that her crime didn't hurt anyone. The Bahamas government says 2,500 people are missing after Hurricane Dorian, but Prime Minister Hubert Minnis held a news conference last night noting that they might have gone to shelters or might have fled the island.
There is a tremendous amount of fake news circulating regarding the storm recovery effort. Do not allow yourselves to be confused by false information created to cause discord in our society.
50 people are known dead. That number could go higher. Police News Time 950. An FDNY firefighter is facing attempted murder charges in Rhode Island. 35-year-old John DiCarlo of Brooklyn got into a fight at the All-Stars Bar and Grill in Warwick early yesterday morning, say police. And when the brawl spilled out into the parking lot, DiCarlo allegedly stabbed two men nearly a dozen times. They were hospitalized in stable condition. DiCarlo is a former Marine, said to be in Rhode Island on military business. The engineer operating an NJT train that crashed in the Hoboken terminal in September of 2016 can go back to work. That crash killed a woman and Thomas Gallagher was fired, but he won his appeal, explaining that he blacked out at the controls because he suffers from sleep apnea. 34-year-old Fabiola Bitar de Kroon of Hoboken was killed by falling debris from a canopy that collapsed in that crash. Winds News Time 951. And the Ram Traffic Center one more time this hour. Karen Stewart. Let's go for it, Bridget. I wish I had better news, but unfortunately, this is what's happening. If you're traveling out into Brooklyn, that's really the big spot, the sore spot, I should say. Delays start on the eastbound Staten Island Expressway at Highland Boulevard, up and over the Verrazano Bridge, and we're really jammed up the Gowanus, even from the Belt, onto the BQE and up to Atlantic Avenue. Along the way, we've had several incidents. As I check the camera here, the Hamilton Avenue accident is still getting worked on, and that's really what's causing this delay. The Prospect Expressway delay is easing up near 4th Avenue. We have an accident there. Delays were significantly back on the Ocean Parkway. That is not the case any longer. Eastbound belt off the Verrazano Bridge will remain a heavy trip to Ocean Parkway there, and the westbound belt is across Bay Boulevard with construction, of course, jammed all the way back to Springfield Boulevard. Long Island, the southern state, is pretty heavy now. 31 to exit 22. It's road work. The northern state is easing up for us. The LIE West still slow from Jericho Turnpike to Glen Cove Road. A moderate delay to Queens. All to parking rules and regulations. They are in effect today, citywide. I'm Karen Stewart. Our next report is 10:01 on 10:10 West. Dr. Louis Engelman Dental here for the apprehensive patient. Call 212-974-8737. That's 212-974-8737 or visit dentalphobia.com. Let's get the details on your AccuWeather forecast. Here's meteorologist Christine DeVore. All right, this little break of sunshine that we've been enjoying the last hour or so is going to go away. The clouds are going to push in again from the west into the city, and showers are going to return too. Virginia, this is part of taking us from yesterday's summer heat and humidity to more comfortable conditions today, and then really cool conditions tomorrow. So temperatures mid-upper 70s for a time, start falling back this afternoon, this evening, and then end up in the 50s to near 60 tonight. A little drizzle early, then skies clear out. Partly to mostly sunny, only 70 from the high tomorrow. Saturday's better, mid-70s, a chance of a shower thunderstorm later in the day and the evening. Sunday, a little warmer, back up into the low 80s with a little less humidity. 76 right now, we'll stay in the mid-upper 70s before starting to fall back during the evening commute. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Christine DeVore on New York's weather station, 1010 Winds. Winds News Time, 9:53. The nation's highest court is allowing enforcement of a Trump administration rule that prevents most Central American migrants from seeking asylum in the U.S.
President Trump gets help from the Supreme Court. The justices cleared the way for a ban on asylum for migrants who trip through third countries to reach the U.S., at least until the court takes up the case. Critics include Democratic Senator Richard Blumenthal.
This kind of rule contravenes the spirit, if not the letter of this law and the intent of Congress in passing it.
The administration says this rule is needed to filter out asylum seekers who decline to request protection at the first opportunity. I'm John Lawrence.
Well, President Trump attends a Republican retreat on the linked to treat cancer. Chinese scientists tried to create HIV resistance, which they have achieved in the past by editing a gene in blood cells to mimic that mutation, using the CRISPR tool to cut DNA at a specific spot. It didn't cure the HIV, but genetics experts think that it does show promise. Well, Chinese scientists were criticized last year for using gene editing on embryos. We have partly sunny skies, 76 degrees with a muggy real feel of 82. Money Watch in a minute. Wins News Time 9:55.
Did you know there are over 1,000 podcasts on radio.com? Download the app or head to radio.com to listen to all your favorite national and local podcasts, including your favorite morning shows and radio shows on demand. At the top of the app's homepage, click the podcast icon to discover new shows, subscribe, and manage your podcast subscription. Go to your app store or radio.com/download for all your podcast listening. Radio.com.
How are you spending your weekend? With friends and family, or in the car dealership? Why lease a new car the old way? With Roto, lease your vehicle in 3 easy steps, all from our app. Shop real-time inventory and see the clear cost. That means the best price, personalized to you with no haggling. Then complete your lease right from your phone. The best part? Your new car is delivered right to your door. Download the Roto app today. That's ROTO. Ready, set, Roto. Wins News Time 9:56. Bloomberg Money Watch, and here's Andrew O'Day.
As Wall Street comes off a Wednesday win, stock indexes are trying to find some footing right now after a higher start. Dow right now slipping back 13, NASDAQ gaining 17, S&P 500 up almost 2. As traders digest readings showing 2.4% year-over-year core consumer inflation. That's more than forecast. And as the U.S. and China show some goodwill. After new trade talks, President Trump saying the U.S. is pushing back the starting date on new tariffs on Chinese-made goods from October 1st to 15th, which China said it would waive some tariffs on U.S. goods for the time being. Sorry, Charlie, but Starkist has to pay $100 million in a criminal fine for its role in a price-fixing scheme with Bumblebee and Chicken of the Sea, the country's other top seller for canned tuna. Federal judge in California imposing the fine, a maximum allowed by law, after Starkist pleaded guilty last October. In addition to paying the fine, Starkist will serve 13 months of probation and cooperate with the Justice Department. Dow right now losing 10 points, NASDAQ gaining 21. Bloomberg Money Watch at 26 and 56 past every hour. Amanda O'Day, 10-10 wins.
Wins News Time 9:57. We'll check AccuWeather coming up.
Hi, my name is Nicole Rothman from National Debt Relief. For years, you've heard us on the radio sharing how you can be debt-free in 24 to 48 months, often paying only a fraction of what you owe. But how does our program work? If you have $10,000 or more in credit card debt, personal loans, or collections accounts, you may qualify to get the relief you deserve in just 5 steps. Step 1, our certified debt specialist will complete a free debt analysis. Step 2, you'll select the plan that's right for you. Step 3, you'll begin making one affordable monthly payment towards your enrolled debt. Step 4, our team of experts will negotiate with your creditors. And Step 5, you'll achieve financial relief. We've already helped over 100,000 Americans resolve more than $1 billion of debt. We're A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau and have received over 35,000 5-star reviews. The best part is, we don't earn a penny until we've successfully resolved your debt.
Call National Debt Relief now at 800-356-1275.
Hey guys, my name is Karen, and I wanted to tell you a story about my boyfriend Mike. He's a great guy, super fun. He is the best in so many ways. Except for a life in the bedroom, the last several months, he lost his ability to perform and also lost his confidence. It changed him, and he became miserable, and he was about to lose me. So get this, he hears an ad about this powerful male enhancement product called Noxitril. It's all natural, no stuffy nose, no headaches, no side effects. He tries it, and all I can say is, wow, incredible. I told him this feels like Viagra on steroids. Boy, was I glad I stuck around. With Noxitril, Mike is now my Energizer bunny. It keeps going and going. Problem solved. Thanks, Noxitril. And Noxitril has this free bottle offer. So now there's no excuse for every guy to have it. It keeps going and going.
To find out how to get your bottle of Noxitril, call 800-993-2480. That's 800-993-2480. Get your free bottle for a limited time. Call now. 800-993-2480. 800-993-2480.
And now this message, Catholic Cemeteries of the Archdiocese of Newark. To learn more, visit CatholicJourney.org.
WINS, WINS-HD, WAWHD, New York.
A radio.com station. winds, AccuWeather, a little bit of sunshine this morning, but then a cloudy day today with showers, maybe even a thunderstorm. The highest temperature the rest of the day, 79, and then the temperatures dip. So that by morning, we'll have about 60 degrees in the city, 50 for many of the suburbs. Rain or drizzle this evening and cloudy overnight. Tomorrow, cooler, less humid. Skies turn out partly to mostly sunny with a high to 70. Saturday, not quite as cool, and it gets a little bit more humid once again. More people get their news from 1010 Winds than from any other radio station in the nation. Phil Pilato is our service aide, Tom Offer, our writer, Jim Powers at the editor's desk, and I'm Bridget Quinn.
All news, all the time. This is 1010 Winds. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Good morning. It's 78 degrees, 10 o'clock on this Thursday, September 12th. I'm Larry Cantor, and here's what's happening. Police stumble on a kidnapping in the Bronx while trying to apprehend two men for another crime. The House Judiciary Committee votes today on how to proceed with the impeachment hearings. Fotis Dulos returns to court to answer new tampering charges in connection with the disappearance of his estranged wife. The latest issue in the Brexit mess is whether Prime Minister Boris Johnson lied to the Queen. 1010 Winds, AccuWeather, showers today, a high 79.
I'm Jerry Recco. Another win for the Mets and another game closer to a playoff spot. Series finale with Arizona this afternoon, while the Yankees and Tigers played two following last night's postponement.
This is Andrew O'Day of Bloomberg. Wall Street is lacking a mandate to jump or retreat so far today. The Dow is down 3 points. Old Navy may go to China.
Wednesday's time, 10:01. From the Ram Truck Traffic Center, here's Karen Stewart.
Well, let's start with a look on Long Island. We're going to go to Nassau County. Construction now in place on Meadowbrook northbound. It's between Hempstead Turnpike and Stewart Avenue. They are setting it up. Traffic right now is awful into this construction scene. Delays on the northbound Meadowbrook are packed. Back to the Southern State. The Southern State is packed on the westbound side when you exit 22. Delays go back to the Bethpage Parkway at exit 31. The Northern State is making a very decent recovery. The westbound side of the LIE is still heavy from 40 out into Roslyn Road. Here's what you need to know about the bridges in the tunnel. Throgs Neck, Whitestone bridges. Well, I'd go for the Whitestone now. The Whitestone, which was horrible earlier this morning, is now doing well. The Throgs Neck is heavy coming into Queens, though. The RFK, 59th Street Bridge, and the Queens Midtown Tunnel are the worst, without doubt, of the East River crossings. Very heavy. Inbound George, 20 minutes. Inbound Lincoln, 25, and the inbound Holland is down to 25 minutes as well. Alternate side of the street parking rules, regulations, they are in effect today, citywide. Traffic and transit every 10 minutes on the one. I'm Karen Stewart on 1010 Winds.
To buy your home, you became a house hunting expert. Learned about loans, scoured neighborhoods, and asked the right questions. If you manage that, you can get your retirement plan on track. Visiting aceyourretirement.org can help. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Cops stumbled on a kidnapping yesterday in a bodega in the Bronx.
This truly bizarre story began around 2 a.m. yesterday when police officers noticed two suspects they'd been looking for in another case. People were out smoking marijuana on Bussing Avenue, so the police chased them into this bodega, and that's when it got really interesting. 35-year-old Richard Millwood working the counter. The cops said, "Can we look in the basement and search for the suspect?" So Millwood let them down there. That's when the cops found a 49-year-old guy tied up, claiming he'd been held against his will for 3 days. So the officers coming right back up to the front of the deli, but Millwood was gone, and they're still trying to find him. Now in the investigation, 49-year-old Orinthia Gifford, who lives right next door, arrested for her alleged role in the kidnapping. The man who was taken down in the basement, not yet identified, and why he was the target of all this isn't clear. Glenn Shop, 1010 Winds, in the Wakefield section of the Bronx.
You can see a photo of the man police are looking for at 1010winds.com. A man was found dead this morning, wrapped up in a red carpet outside 301 West 145th Street in Upper Manhattan. The man's identity has not yet been released. Autopsy will be performed. Detectives have offered few details so far. Winds News Time, 10:04. The House Judiciary Committee is scheduled to vote today regarding the possible impeachment of President Trump.
The vote will define procedures for upcoming hearings on President Trump, but it comes at a time when some moderates in the caucus are urging the panel to slow down.
as it examines whether to recommend articles of impeachment. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi has urged caution, saying the public doesn't support taking those steps. And some moderate House Democrats are concerned about the attention the impeachment process would bring. The Republican-led Senate is extremely unlikely to convict Trump and remove him from office. Mike Hemp in Washington.
Checking AccuWeather. A few breaks in the sun, that is, the rest of the morning, and then mostly cloudy again this afternoon. Some showers, maybe a thunderstorm. A high today around 79. Some rain and drizzle at times this evening, then mostly cloudy overnight, and a low 60 tomorrow. Less humid, cooler. We'll see partly to mostly sunny skies and a high 70. It's 78 degrees, partly sunny, humidity 70%, winds northeast at 10. Repeating the current temperatures, 78. We're heading up to 80 now. Winds due time, 10:05. Back to court today for Fotis Dulos. He was arrested last week for a second time after investigators found a blood-like substance with his wife's DNA in a truck he had access to. Jennifer Dulos has been missing since late May. So far, her husband is only charged with evidence tampering. His girlfriend, Michelle Petronas, is facing similar charges. According to a warrant, she told investigators that Dulos had the truck cleaned because Jennifer's body had been in it. Investigators also found alibi scripts in Dulos' business office. Dulos is scheduled to be arraigned today on the new tampering charges. An attorney for Jennifer's mother tells WFSB-TV she now believes her daughter is dead, and she's filed a complaint to foreclose on the family home. A horse named Justify won the Triple